Welcome to the Boxley Q4 webinar. We're going to be taking everyone through the most recent updates that we've had in the last few months, the upcoming releases and feature improvements up to the end of Christmas, and just an overview of the best practices to do based on the most frequent support requests over the last few weeks. So we're going to be taking through everyone all this in a couple of minutes. Hi, Abs. Welcome to Abs. Everyone knows Abs.
Hey guys, hi.
Just going to wait for a couple more people. I think there's quite a few more looking to join. So we'll just give everyone 30 seconds before we get into this session. We've also got the lovely Alana who's on the chat today. So any questions or requests, drop a message into the chat. She'll respond. She's also going to be popping into some documentation, some kind of best practice articles, and some links to follow up on the back of this call. So we will. Hey, Anne-Marie. Good afternoon. And we'll give it 15, 20 seconds more, and we'll get into it. How's Ireland, Abs? Cold?
Really, really, really cold. I had to bring the Steve Jobs out. So it's really cold.
I've actually got the heating on in the office finally for the first time today, so I've been able to get the t-shirt out, which is good.
Nice.
Right, let's get into it. I'm just going to share my screen, and we're just going to quickly go through. I'm just going to share my screen. A little bit of an agenda for today, our Q4 webinar. So today's session, we're going to be going through recent updates, which is going to include the marketing suite, referral box, the new improved call logging and task management, phone integrations, which everyone's very excited about. You may or may not know about that. Recent PMS integration launches, and then the upcoming development, which is going to be additional PMS integrations. The unreading of a lead, which everyone's been asking us for a fair few months now, linking a lead, marketing consent. I'm just going to get rid of this. The API for external data, and improvements to the mobile app. We're then going to go through, as I said earlier, the best practices for some of those top requested support messages on with our customer success team, and we're just going to go through how to the kind of best practices around being able to use Boxley to track, manage your marketing sources and spend, and also be able to broadcast using our marketing suite. Best practice for reporting and getting the information you need out of Boxley, managing a lead in the most efficient and appropriate way, using along with automations, but also tracking through the journey. And as I said, those tasks and automations, where they sit, how you amend them, and how to best utilize tasks. So, I'll share my screen there. Just come back just to see if there are any questions. As I said, just please drop some messages in there. If there's anything that you want to find out specifically about Boxley, or something that you're struggling on or struggling with, or that you need a little bit more information, this is the place to do it, because we can take you through on a live demo of how to get the best out of Boxley. So just drop that in the chat. So let's go into the first option. I haven't got this on a different screen, so I can't even remember what I got on the first on the agenda. So we'll go into the first kind of new improvement, which was the marketing suite. Abs, was that on the first?
Marketing suite, yeah.
Great. So let's just go through that. Anyone that hasn't got the marketing suite right now or don't know about it, we've been sending lots and lots of messages out. This is our new level up on Boxley, which allows you to broadcast series of emails or WhatsApps to your customer base, your patient database, either sitting within Boxley or importing in. Now, the power of this is that you may or may not know that it is around 7 times cheaper to engage and convert an existing patient into a higher or a private treatment than it is to get new patients through your marketing. So what we want to do is anyone that's currently sitting in your patient databases inside your PMS, Dentally, SFD, SOE Exact, CareStack, wherever it is, we want to try and promote a new treatment to them. And that's what we can do with Boxley. So I'm going to take you through a little bit of an overview of this. We're going to go into a bit more detail later on best practices. I'm going to give you an overview of how all this works. So if you have got this, great. If you haven't got it, Alana's just dropped a little article in there. I'm just going to share with you how this works. So down on the left-hand side, we've got our new marketing tab. And you've got a couple of options in here. So I'll just take you through them very, very briefly. In the middle, you've got your reports on the campaigns that you have sent out to show you what the success of those campaigns are. At the top left, you'll see the two different types of campaign we can send, email and WhatsApp, broadcast messages. We've also got this new ad tracking. This is really important for anyone that's running ads. This allows you to send information back through events, back to your Google ads and your Meta ads on the types of leads that are actually converting from the marketing spend. So for example, if you're running an Invisalign ad and those leads come into Boxly and a certain type of audience convert into a paid consultation, we're sending that information back to Google and Meta so that they can see the audiences that are actually converting, and they optimize your bidding. So you're making sure that you're spending the right money on the audience that are actually converting. So that's a really important part if you are spending any money on marketing. So let's get into the broadcast really quickly. The ability to email or WhatsApp allows you to go and create this broadcast. Now, to date, if you've been using Boxly for a long time, you haven't been able to send HTML emails. And what I mean by HTML email, if you're not, if you don't understand what HTML email is, it's essentially a fancy email with headers, pictures, videos, color schemes, all that type of stuff that you may get from promotional activity from other big brands. We haven't been able to do that within Boxly up until now. Now you can actually do this on a mass broadcast, but also it can sit within your pipeline. So as a new lead comes in off a website, we can actually send them a really nice fancy HTML email with some pictures and videos and things like that. So through the marketing suite, if you could go and click one of these examples that we've got in here, it's just drag and drop. If you've ever used MailChimp, it's a very similar system to that where you can drag and drop different blocks, put images and videos in, or if you're very clever, you can drop in HTML coding, or if you've got a marketing company that can do this for you, so you can design it all in one. And this is where Boxly comes into its own. Instead of just importing a list and sending out a newsletter to 10,000 people, which may or may not hit the right spot, what Boxly allows you to do is target specific audiences that are sitting in Boxly. For example, let's use the Invisalign example that we said earlier. We may want to target a particular audience that may not have converted. So what we can do in here, we've got some options on the left. Let's say we want to, in the last 90 days, anyone that's inquired about Invisalign but hasn't booked a consultation or started treatment, anyone that's gone cold or no-showed or is in the pipeline that we're trying to convert, we can then go and apply this. We've got 18 contacts in there, and we can then broadcast this really nice, fancy HTML email with some options to go and book or set an offer in there, things like that. And this just allows you to target people on a mass side of things. What you can do on the left-hand side is quickly put different subjects in, trigger when you want to send this. But the most important thing is actually tell the system what you consider a conversion, so you can actually track the success of the campaigns that you're sending out via email or WhatsApp. So that is how the marketing system works, the marketing campaign or marketing suite. We are going to go through some best practices on that, because we have seen a lot of people drop out thousands and thousands of generic messages and not get the return that they're looking to get. So we're going to go through some best practices, but this is essentially what the system allows you to do. Now, the power of this is that you can actually see what happens. So if I go into a report quickly, just find one that we've sent out previously as a demo. You can see at the top how many you've sent it to, how many have actually read it but not converted, and how many people have actually gone and booked off the back of this campaign. And all this allows you to do is see what success you're getting, but most importantly, what we want to do with people that have read it but not replied or converted is send them either the same campaign, or you could send them a different campaign. So this is an email campaign that we've done. We can go and send them a WhatsApp campaign and see the results of them. So it's incredibly powerful if it's utilized in the right way. Cool. So any questions that you've got for that, just drop that in the chat, and we can go through. And Alana can answer any questions that you may have. Abs, what was? Oh, thanks, Alana. Abs, what's the next? Any comments on that, or what's the next one on the agenda?
I think we can talk about the call log. You have covered most of the things in the marketing suite. We will be talking about how the ads tracking thing needs to work, and it's really, really important. And we know most of our customers has been asking about this for a while. So we will cover that at a later stage and tell you exactly how you need to get the leads into Boxly as well. So yeah, we can go ahead and talk about call logging now.
Cool, excellent. So the next thing is what everyone, with Boxly up until now, we've been able to get pretty much every single channel into Boxly apart from phone calls. Now we have a brilliant integration with VoiceStack. If you haven't used VoiceStack, it's a great tool to an AI voice tool to not just capture phone calls, but train your team, get call scoring, and find out where missed opportunities have been. But VoiceStack is only one of many, many phone systems. So we've been working in the background to go and do this. Now, I'm going to show you how we can go and capture this information. Abs, do you want to just tell everyone what we've been done up to date, up to this point with all the other phone systems?
Yeah, so phone system. So what we have done, we have been receiving a lot of requests from the customers for integrating with all their different providers. So this is 8x8, 3CX, On Hold, Ice Connect. So what we have done is, instead of building all these integration with them, we had a discussion with all of them, and we have launched our API channel, which will be available to you if you are on our Pro plan. It's right now flagged, so no one will be able to see this. So once you click into it, what we have done is we have given the instruction for your team to decide how they want to send the information. We have made it really simple. All your phone system provider have to do is, as soon as the phone gets disconnected, so either someone is calling you, and when the call is over, they need to send us the data of all the things that happened on the call. So the call recording, what the conversation was about, and what we do at that point is we check and see if the lead already exists with the same number within Boxly. If it does, we will send the information in the same conversation thread. If it does not, we create a new lead. So we have kept it really, really simple. The phone provider also will not have to do any additional work. Our integration is already tested with 8x8, 3CX, Ice Connect, and On Hold. And it works really nice and smooth. No development work needed. Just one thing to remember: this needs to be done by your IT team or your phone provider. The other part about this integration is, like, you will have the ability to add phone numbers. So you might have different team members. Let's say Sarah has a specific phone number that she is dealing with, and she would have a specific extension, or you have a phone number which is for a specific location. So you will be able to add and register that phone number within Boxly, and you can define a lead source. Where this lead source is really, really important is because we know our customers, when they are running some ads where they are showing and displaying the phone number on the website for people to call them. With this feature, you will be able to add that phone number and define a lead source, let's say Google Ads, for which you will be utilizing this number. And what will happen is, whenever a call comes in from that number, we will automatically register it that it came from your Bing paid ads or Google Ads, and help you out in your reporting to understand where the call actually originated from. Same thing can happen when a lead comes in, someone is calling you on the phone, or if you are calling someone. So we get both inbound calls and outbound calls within Boxly.
Nice. This will also then show on your reporting, which we're going to go into in a bit later, but in your call logging and reply times, for example, when you look at reply times, that sounds like it should be your emails, your WhatsApps and things like that. Your phone calls will also be included in that call logging. And against your team activity, you also have call logs added. So this is when a call is being made. So you can see that against each team member as well. So as Ab said, that is available on our Pro plan. So we do now have a new Pro plan, which includes the marketing suite. Got someone calling me there. On the marketing suite and includes the marketing suite and the deep level integration with our PMSs and now the phone system. So if your phone system is included in the ones that Abs mentioned, get in touch with the phone provider. We don't need to do anything from Boxly's side. It's all done our side. Just get in touch with your phone provider and link it in. If your phone provider wasn't on that list that Abs gave, so that's 8x8, 3CX, Ice Connect, and On Hold, link them in with us. Probably the best thing to do is just set up a call with us and we can talk them through what that process should be. Abs, anything that we've missed there?
Probably a lot, but I think we have covered most of the things.
Cool. So one thing we did miss on that list was the referral box. This has been going on for quite a while now that we've got referral box, but some people may not have it. If you've got if your business allows people to or practices to refer into, so if you're offering any particular specialist treatments and you've got a form on your website, or you've got people that email you or even send letters in to refer a patient, Boxy's now got its own referral tracking system. So what you have down on the left-hand side is this new referral box. So if I go into that, as leads come from your referral form on your website, we don't just track the patient, we actually automatically track the dentist details as well. So you can see here, this is a dentist referral form. We've got the patient's name and we've got the referring practitioner's name. What this allows us to do is when we reply, we can actually reply both to the patient and the dentist, or the dentist, in the same thread, and we can do this automatically. So imagine a lead coming in from your referral form. We automate a message back to the patient, to the dentist, to say thank you, Mr. Dentist, and we've got their name, their surname, everything, and the practice details. So we send a nice thank you, and we welcome the patient. As that patient then goes through the pipeline, let's say, for example, we can't convert them, we can't get in touch with them, we can communicate back to the dentist. And when we do convert them, we can communicate and say, thank you for your referral, they've booked in, and we thank or welcome the patient again. Again, this is trackable inside your reporting system then. You don't really have to do too much. Boxy will then tell you, if I just change this all the time, it will tell you what referring dentist you've got, what practice they work at, how many referrals they've sent you, and what the conversion and revenue you got out of them. And this is a great way of incentivizing your referrals to bring more in, grow your business, and give them a little price or a little gift to do that, and keep sending them in for you. So that referral box is now part of the Pro and Grow plan. So if you haven't got it at the moment, just reach out to the support team. They will add that in and show you how to use it. Where else do we go? We've got call logging and tasks. Okay, so gosh, we're already 20 minutes in now. Call logging. We launched a new call logging feature. So inside a lead, if I just go into Erica's lead in here, you'll see that we've now got 5 main options, as well as Binet. We've got 5 main options at the bottom, which is reply to the lead, pin it to later, add a note, add a task, and now call log. Now this button only used to be there for integrated phone systems like VoiceStack. It's now there regardless of whether you've got a phone system or not. So if you don't have integration with the phones and you haven't and you can't in the future, if you're inside a lead, we want to report on the success of your team members getting back in touch with patients and what happens off the back of those. So what they can do, let's say the phone system isn't integrated at all, you can simply click call log and put the date it will automatically default to today's date and time, tell the system how many minutes that call was for, what the outcome was, and any notes. So if we go and log that call, booked with abs. As we log that call against that record, it will do the same thing as if we're replying. So it will take it out of our things to do. It will still give you the option here. But again, that shows in the reporting that your staff members are actually getting back to patients. And you can see the speed and how successful, the success of that actually go into conversion. Now, when we launched that, which we thought, yes, we've done it, brilliant, everyone's going to be loving that, we got some feedback. And that feedback was that if you've got some tasks that are sitting in your automations and those tasks pop up in here in the dashboard, and that task is for a call, it's not then logging against a phone call has been made against the reports. So what we recently did, again, we've got some great feedback from everyone that this was a challenge. As you go into a task now where a call is the task, so you can see here, if I click to complete that task, it drops down the call logging feature. So you're not having to complete a task and say the outcome and then have to log a call. It's all encompassed in one action. So essentially, when you set a task, you can either set a task for a call, follow-up, or other. If that task is a call, it will drop down the logging call feature, which then records on the reporting of any calls that have been logged and that you've responded to a patient. So if you are using this, just something that we have noticed, some of our customers have actually removed call outcomes from their settings. So if you go into this feature and you see that there's nothing in this list, either reach out to the team or go into the settings and you've got this call outcomes option in the settings. You can either add them, or generally, if you want to improve what's in the system at the moment for more accurate data, you can go and add your own outcomes. Abs, have I forgot anything there?
No, one of the other feedbacks that we have received, which we will be implementing in the future, again, we listen to the feedbacks that we receive. Sometimes the things will be done straight away, but sometimes it takes time. Trust me, we are doing everything that we can to provide you the best software out there. The feedback that we have received is like when you are logging a call as a missed call or someone did not pick it up, you don't want to add a note or any description to it. So we will be working on that part. And until that time, you can just use the other options that are available. But trust me, we will sort that part out as well.
Cool. So we've done everything to the PMS integration. So all of our customers that are looking to improve the way they track the journeys and track patients all the way through to an outcome. We know that we had an integration with CareStack, and that integration allows us to track the journey of the patient. We have now released 2 more integrations. The first one, Arona, and the second one is Dentally. And both of those integrations, and in fact, all of our integrations have different levels of functionality depending on the functionality we can actually get out of the PMS. So with Arona, Abs, do you want to talk through Arona because you've been dealing with the... Do you want to talk through it quickly?
So Arona's integration will allow you to get all the different statuses that you have for the appointments. You will be able to link those statuses to a specific stage. So whenever an appointment gets booked and someone is in a pending state, and if you link the stage to a completed stage, the lead will automatically move. And you will also have the ability to create a patient and create appointment through Arona. This thing is live, and everyone would be able to see it in their account on Tuesday. We have again feature flagged, and we're testing it with few customers, but it will be in everyone's account on Tuesday.
Brilliant. Now, Dentally has an extra level at the moment of integration, which we aim to do with everyone, but it all depends on how open the API is. Now, if I go into my channels now, if you haven't got your PMS connected, if you go into channels and connect a new channel, you've got a PMS integrations option up here that will show you all the PMS integrations that we have and allow you to connect in very simply. Now, I'm going to talk you through the Dentally one because that's a big talking point, as well as the exact integration. Once you connect, it's very, very simple. It's just a login step where it will ask you to add the credentials in. It has to be an admin, and that will connect the whole Dentally system into Boxly. When you've done that, you get something like this. And what this allows us to do, it allows us to synchronize 3 very important things. Firstly, the practitioners. It links all practitioners from your Dentally platform into Boxly and matches the practitioners that we got inside Boxly. And the beauty of doing this is that as the patient goes through different journeys and through the pipelines, we are tracking the practitioner and then enabling you to report on not just the success of the treatment coordinator or receptionist getting someone into a consultation, but the success of the practitioner from consultation to completion and treatment started. So that's really important. The next thing is locations. If you're a multi-location business, we can, we've got multiple practices, we can bring both or many practices in Dentally and link them to the locations inside Boxly, which allows you to better report on what's going on in the business. And the new feature that we just recently pushed is the appointment reasons. And these are for any appointments that are generated on the online bookings or directly in the Dentally platform where we may not know about it. So for example, let's imagine a lead comes into Boxly for an implant. We send a WhatsApp to them and they go online and make a booking. What Dentally does is tells us that that patient has made a booking. It picks up that lead inside Boxly and moves it into the relevant stage in that pipeline. If the lead doesn't exist inside Boxly, for example, they go straight to the online bookings and make an appointment. Dentally talks to us. It tries to find the lead if it exists in Boxly. If it doesn't, it creates a new lead card in the consultation book stage. So you can report on the success of your online bookings as well. And lastly, if someone called up and just creates a patient and a booking directly into Dentally without online bookings or without a lead card inside Boxly, it will do exactly the same thing and create the lead card in Boxly in the right stage. Now, by doing all of this, as Ab said, we can get the booking statuses in. So if I just go into my Invisalign pipeline, what we want to track is the journey of the booking within inside the PMS. So at the top of these stages, which I just briefly showed you, the consultation book stage in Boxly, it can be then linked to the status or the booking status of the PMS. So for this example, inside Dentally, the confirmed booking status is linked to the consultation booked status inside Boxly. And all this means is that, let's say, for example, Jessica Snook drops an Invisalign inquiry in from Instagram or Facebook or somewhere else. She pops into the pipeline. We trigger off an automation to the Jess goes to books online. It will look to that status and move Jess automatically into consultation booked without anyone having to do anything manual. Then you've got different statuses. So if I just drop this down, you can see that different booking status such as pending, confirmed, arrived, in surgery, completed, cancelled, did not attend. All these different Dentally booking statuses can be linked to different stages inside this pipeline. So essentially what we're trying to do is track the journey to the point where that first consultation is completed, so we can track the success of the whole journey to the point where they're about to start treatment. Now, there's been a lot of questions about this, about getting revenue back and things like that. What we can do at the moment is that we can see inside the patient record the financials for that patient. So we can see if you've raised any invoices and there's some outstanding balances, how much they paid, and what the lifetime value is of that patient. Right now, we're not showing that in the reporting suite, but we are aiming to do that in the new year. But regardless of that, you can see how this automation process with a deep link into the PMS is going to help you track the journey more easily, more efficiently, and give you a real better return investment on any marketing or any conversions you're getting for your stuff. Abs, have I forgotten anything or have I said anything wrong there?
No, you have covered everything. And then just one thing, as Adam mentioned, the integration that we have, there will be a different level of integration. So in CareStack, Dentally, and Arona, you would be able to link the statuses to a specific journey of the patient within a stage, and then the lead will automatically move based on the changes that you are making in the PMS. For the other things that we are going to talk about, we will mention what are the things that will be available.
Absolutely. So just going over that, these integrations, as well as the phone system, as well as the marketing suite, are only going to be available on our Pro plan. So please let us know if you want to get this done. Now, the integrations right now are available through your channels. So if you want to be quick and do it before we know about it, you can do it. Connect that in very, very quickly. Get your PMS integration connected as soon as possible, because this will level up your use of Boxly big time. So let's get on to the upcoming dev. So Abs, do you want to talk through the new integrations that we've got coming very soon with SFD and SOE?
Yeah, so we have been working with SFD, and the integration is in a level where we will have it be released in phases. So the first phase of the integration for SFD will be the ability for you to connect SFD, obviously, and then create a patient. So once you have created a patient, that's it. That's what you will be able to do in the first version. In the second version, you will be able to create appointment as well. This is something that we are aiming to deliver it to you before the end of before the Christmas. I am trying not to give any dates. That's why Adam is laughing, because I have said dates before and we were not able to deliver it. But this time we will be delivering this before the Christmas. So you will have the SFD integration. And then same, we are working with SOE as well. And with the SOE integration, we will only have the ability to create patient. And this is something that is the restriction from the API or the documents that we have from the PMS side. Not something that we have control on. And one more thing to tell you guys, when we are working with a third party, sometimes things take time, communication things, holidays. I went on holiday as well, so the communication issue, but we are working on all these things, and we will have the SOE and SFD integration before the end of the year as a Christmas present to all of you.
So yeah, everyone's quite excited about the exact integration. Look, it's not going to be as deep as the others that we've got. It's just going to be a ability to create a patient, but that is going to obviously save a lot of time. It's going to allow us to link patients within Boxly into Exact and SOE. So look, it's a great start for us with that, and it just helps if you're looking to move to Dentally. It just helps kind of fill the void before you make that jump to move into Dentally, if that's on your roadmap. We've got Trevor. So will SFD integration not include the same level of integration as Dentally? It will eventually. We are so the one thing that we're missing at the moment, Trevor, is the webhooks to tell us when a patient has moved through the booking status within SFD. We haven't got those on their API side of things, so we don't know when someone's turned up, completed their consultation, and things like that. I don't want to overpromise, but I've heard they are working on this, aren't they, Abs? They've said they're working
in New Year. Yeah, so they will be starting working on that in New Year. So
we'll be able to do that. So we'll be able to track where that journey is. So we're very close with Adam and the team at SFD to make sure that we've got all that information. But for now, it'll be create patient, ability to make a booking from within Boxly, so your team aren't having to go, toggle between different systems. And we are working on trying to get the online booking in.
Online booking as well. Like right now, like we don't have the way of communicating and getting the information back from SFD. It's only like we can send the information to SFD. So that's what we are working with the Adam and the team to sort this out for you. And we know how important it is. So we will get that part sorted as well.
Again, very excited with that. Pearl integration, we haven't engaged Pearl at all yet, Trevor, I'm afraid. But if you want to send this introduction, we can certainly start the discussions, Abs, can't we?
Yeah.
Cool. So next thing, I'm reading a lead. So I can share screen on this. We're 32 minutes in. I promise we will be done by 1 o'clock, by 2 o'clock, because we do want to go through some of those support things to help you. So have I dropped off there, Abs? Where have I gone?
I don't see your camera. That's the thing. Like I have been on the spotlight, so don't know why, but.
Can you see me?
No, I cannot.
Can everyone else see
I want
me?
to.
For some reason, my it's just dropped. No, we can't see you, Adam. How am I supposed to see? Oh, go on stage. Hang on. I'm back. As if by magic. Sorry about that. Right, so I'm going to share my screen again. Jeez. This is why you should record these things first, hey?
Yeah.
The next thing that we wanted to show you was the unreading of a lead. So again, lots of feedback that we had from our customers to when some of our customers use the pipeline as a way of managing leads, and when they've got multiple team members, sometimes what they do is, as you can see with John King here, you can see that new lead that's popped in. It's all bold. If I go into that lead, sometimes someone goes in there by accident. Actually, let's go into somewhere else. Sorry, we're going to go into Depeche. We go into that lead by accident and go, oh, this isn't for me. I'm going to drop back out of this lead. What happens is that lead then is unbold. It's not bold. It's been read. So it doesn't show up as though that lead needs to take action on. Now, most of our customers do use the things to do, which is kind of the best way to do it, because you can see everything that needs to take action on. But as I said, some people use the pipelines for locations and other means. So if that lead card has been read, the other users think it's been dealt with. So what we've done in the top right-hand corner, and this gets pushed on Tuesday, is that right, Abs?
Yeah, it's on Tuesday.
We've got a little ellipsis here. If you click that, you've got mark this thread as unread, and you do that, that will make the lead card unread and show it as new in your pipeline, so you can see that there, and it essentially triggers to everyone else that card needs to be dealt with. So we have a lot of feedback for a lot of months. Now, it seems like a really easy thing to do, but from a non-technical perspective, I didn't understand why it took this long, but Abs and the team, who are brilliant, there's so many other things that have taken effect with the functionality changes like this. So anyway, we've done it now. That gets pushed on Tuesday, so hopefully everyone's going to be happy with that. Next thing, link lead. Abs, do you want to go through that?
Yes, I will share my screen and talk about that. So again, this is the feedback that we have received from our customers, that there might be a lead that already exists within Boxly with the same email address and a phone number, and then they are submitting another lead through either a web form or a chatbot or some other place, and then you are not aware of that if there is already a lead with the same email address or phone number. So what we have done now is we have, whenever a new lead comes in, we check and see if there is already a lead with the same email address and phone number. If there is, we will show a link button on the top. And what you can do is you can click on it and see if what that lead was about. You can click on it. It will open up in a new tab. And here you can decide and see like, oh, yeah, this lead seems legit. If it does not, you can bin the lead. So this is the feature that we have developed. Right now, we are checking the email address and phone number both. If both of them match, and then only we are going to show this link button. But if you think it should be either email address or phone number, just pop it in the chat and we will look into it and provide that feature to you as well.
So this
That's what the link is. Yeah.
This is the first part of the future development, Abs, isn't it? Of contact.
Yes.
So
contact. And one more thing I want to mention that with the contact thing is we know like you would want to merge existing contact as well. That would be something that we will be doing as part of, I would say, phase 3. Phase 2 is the contact section launch. Adam, you can talk about that.
Yeah. So what we're going to be having in the new year, I'm saying new year because I don't want to put timeframes on it. But we'll have a contact database on the left-hand side, which will show you. So right now, for example, with Dentally, you can a lead card will come through, but you may have multiple opportunities where, like Ab said, legit different leads where you've got one that's interested in Invisalign, one that's come through for a campaign for whitening, and someone else that was looking to register as a new patient. They may be completely different opportunities that you want to track the conversion and success of, rather than merging them into one and deleting them, because there are multiple ways in which you convert them. What we want to do is link those to a contact record inside Boxy. So we will be releasing a contact database inside Boxy, which will allow you to do a lot more things with it, understand treatment values, lifetime values, things like that, and link into the PMS as well. So that will be phase 2, and as Ab said, the ability to merge and things like that will be phase 3. There's a little poll on the top right hand side about whether you want it to be email and phone number, or email or phone number. So if you add that, if that even makes sense, I probably just complicated that completely. So that is the upcoming stuff with linking a lead. We've also got marketing consent. So anyone that's using the marketing suite, if you're broadcasting messages to people, if someone unsubscribes, you can't see that at the moment. So we're going to, Abs is correct, we're going to have a marketing consent feature against the patient record or against the lead card record. So
yeah. I can show it to you. Again, this is in testing. So this is something that we are going to launch as well. So right now, what is happening is whenever you are sending the campaign out from the marketing suite, we are capturing all this information in the backend. So if someone from your email that you have sent out as a part of the campaign unsubscribe, we are automatically marking it. We were doing it in the backend, but now you will be able to see it in your in the customer's contact card as well. And if in WhatsApp, when you are sending a WhatsApp campaign, someone says stop, take me out, or certain words, we will pop those words as well that the customer can say. With that, what we'll do again is we will mark that and show it to you in the contact section.
Nice. 2 more things before we go on to the best practices. The first thing is the API for external data. Now, this was planned to update to release. I think it was start of November, Abs, wasn't it?
September 20 something.
I was trying to give you
the date.
I was trying to give you some leeway here, mate.
It's fine. I don't lie, and I can take that this is me. Like whenever a date we promise, we are not able to hit it. But because there are other things that comes up and other customers demand, or something other that comes as a priority. But trust me, we will listen to all the feedbacks and we will get things delivered. Maybe not on the date that we promised, but at some point.
So yeah, we've got the API for the external reporting, things like API for Power BI, Looker Studio, so that you can track all actions and trigger.
Yeah, so like what we are doing is like some of our customers were asking that they have like data analyst, or what they want to do is they have a place where they are capturing all their data from their Stripe where they collect the payment, from Dentally, from Google Ads, from Google Analytics, and Boxly being the main central place where you are getting all the leads. You wanted every action that is getting performed within Boxly to be sent in a data format, so you can go and create use it in your Power BI and see see what is actually happening in your business. So this was a requirement from a lot of our customers. Again, this feature will be available in our Pro plan. You will have to request this thing to be available. And what we will be doing is we will be exposing Boxly's API and providing you with all the information that you need to set this data warehouse up and understand what's happening in your business.
Excellent. So that's when?
It's should I promise the date? It's the 25th of November. That's the date that we are aiming for. So you can get in touch with us and ask, and we will provide you with the information.
And if it isn't, I'll give you everyone on this Abs' phone number and address, so you can go and hound him for not hitting his hitting the target.
Ads does that on a daily basis as well.
That's a good point. So last thing on the future development, this only affects a small number of you, maybe not even on this call, but the mobile app. We have upgraded the mobile app over the last couple of months. We've got a new app developer, Brilliant, who's improved the flow and how it all works. The next stage is for anyone that's got a multi-org account. When I say multi-org, that's where you've got separate businesses under one login, multiple brands. Now, Carl, you're on here. I think you're on a location plan, so it's a little bit different. So you've got everyone in one account. But for anyone that's got multiple brands in one in a separate single account, you couldn't log into the app for that because we didn't have the option to toggle. That gets pushed out next week. Is that correct?
So yes, next week as well. So today we are submitting the app to Google and Apple Store to get it reviewed, and hopefully next week you will be able to see that app and you will be able to download it.
Amazing. Well done.
One more thing, actually, with the app, another thing that we have done, again, this is the feedback that we received from our customers, because some of them were using the app on iPad. So before on your iPad, it was showing like a mobile screen, but we have now expanded it and showing the full view of the iPad. So you are now will be able to use Boxly on your iPad or your tablet.
Nice. I didn't even know that. You see, you don't tell me anything, Abs. Carl, brilliant. Email Imelda about the API link. That's awesome. You are on the Pro plan anyway, so it's all good. Excellent. How are you, Carl? Hope you're well. It's been a while. Drop me a message, please. So that's the updates. Anything else, Abs, that you haven't told me about that we're pushing?
There are a lot of things. I try to avoid telling Adam anything because he goes and promises things and then it comes back
don't
to
start.
me.
Okay, right. Something's going wrong with your camera, mate. I can't hear you. So best practices. We're going to go through very, very quickly 4 best practices. Now, this is based on the feedback from our customers. So we're going to just break this down really quickly in the last 16 minutes. Thank you for your patience. I appreciate this going on for an hour. We're very, very excited about some of these new features, and we really want you to get to use them as much as possible. But using what you've got with Boxly to the best of its ability is probably even more important. There's no point having these really fancy functionality if we're not getting back to patients, if we're not using the automations, if we're not using the system as the way it's been designed. So we're just going to go through some really quick, kind of some of the top support requests and just go in a little bit of a deep dive into how to use the system appropriately. So marketing. I'm going to go from the whole journey of the marketing very, very quickly. Now, if you are running ads to the point, if you're running campaigns, Boxly should be able to track that whole journey. But it all really starts at one point, and that's actually when the lead comes in. Now, if you're using an agency or if you're doing it yourself or you're running multiple agencies, the first and most important thing is to make sure when those leads come into Boxly that we know that they've come in from a paid ad. And there's a few ways of doing this, but we're going to just go through, again, an overview of how to get the best information out of the system. So I'm going to share my screen. Abs, if I forget anything or miss anything or don't explain anything, just interrupt me, please. So in your channels with Meta, I haven't even got Meta connected here, but with Meta, it's a lot easier because we've got a direct link into the Meta forms. When those get submitted, we're tracking that journey immediately. Now, some people have Meta ads and they push them to a landing page, and Google ads at the same time, they either drive traffic to a landing page or to the website. Now, if that's the case and you're driving traffic from an ad to a landing page or to the website, we need to make sure that we're capturing that information. So I'm just going to go back into this web form forwarding address, which is the channel inside Boxly. Now, you should have that already. But if you just go into there, you'll have all the different forms or landing pages that you've got running at the moment. Now, within here, you can very easily go and set up a web form address at the top. The reason why we want to do this is we want to segment the channel or the sub-channel in which you're running separate campaigns. So imagine the website as one channel, your contact forms from your website, getting those leads in is one thing. Each additional landing page that you've got coming in should be created separately using this web form address. Now, to do this, simply click the web form address, give it a name, assign default location if you've got multiple locations. If you haven't, don't worry, you won't see it. Either give it a lead source if you know that that is the source of the source of marketing coming from those the leads from that contact form are specifically for a paid ad from Bing or from Google or whatever that is. You can just default it to that, so you don't have to do anything else. If you don't want to, you can let the system do it for you. Apps. Do you want to talk through the URL, the entry point URL?
Yes. So we would recommend actually you should be leaving it empty and leaving it on your submissions that are coming into Boxly. Ads, can you go back to inbox, and there is a lead that I submitted with AdSmith name. So if you click on that, so you need to make sure that whenever you are sending any submission through a web form or through Zapier, you need to send the exact URL from which the submission happened. So you see over here, there is an entry point. It's telling us which page the lead came from. The GCLID UTMs are the things that we look into to understand where the leads originated from. This helps us knowing that this lead was generated from a specific ad. And also we are able to filter out the UTM source, the UTM medium. So within the report, you will be able to actually see which specific campaign the things came from. So it's really important for you to send all these UTMs properly. The URL should not be sent by breaking the UTMs. It need to be exactly the same. Alana would have added a document in or a help article where we have mentioned from each specific channel how you should be sending the information. The reason it is really important is because with our ads tracking feature that we were talking about, which is in our marketing suite, what we do is we listen and see where the lead actually originated from, which specific ad the user clicked from. That is the GCLID that you see in the URL. I'm getting a bit technical. I'm going to stop that in a second. So with that GCLID, we send the information back to Google and say that this person, Adam, clicked on this specific lead and it came and a lead was generated. So this helps Google understand where the person are coming from, which specific ad they are looking at, what time they are looking at. So it can help you in the future to understand this is the proper targeting that we will be doing. So in the article that Alana have shared with you, you will be able to see exactly for each specific channel how you should be sending the information.
What that then does is that you can then track, like Ab said, all the way through. Now, if that lead then books into their consultation via whatever PMS, and it moves it through that journey, in the reporting, you can see your leads by source, what sources of marketing that you've got. So this is the Google paid search that Ab submitted earlier. We've had one lead, and then the conversion that they've had, so the revenue they've generated and where they are in that what milestone they're in. You can then see the real conversion metrics throughout that life cycle of that ad. So it's so important. As we didn't mention about the or do we not want to mention
that? We can mention about it.
It's up to you. Do you want me to?
Go ahead. So like what we are going to do is like, this is another feedback that we have received. Like we have given you the ability to connect your Google ads and Facebook lead ads. That was the first version of our integration. What we are going to do once you have connected this and you have sending the information exactly how Boxly reads it, we will be getting the ad spend from your ads as well, and then giving you the ability to understand the ROI that you are generating. So this is something that we will be working early next year. Now everything is going to push to next year. It's really nice for me to say these things, by the way. Anyway, so we will be working on getting all your ad spend, so you are able to understand what return on investment you are getting from your ads. So again, it's really, really important for you to send us the information in a proper way.
Now, if you don't, and let's say a lead does come in and you know it's from an ad, and for some reason the ad hasn't come through in the right way, you can manually update this. So if you go into the lead, let's say this lead has come through, you can go into the contact record at the top and just change the lead source to the relevant lead source that it should have been. So there is a manual workaround if it's not coming in the right way initially. But all this does in your report. So if we just go back to the lead source, you can now click on this information. So if I go on to click on Google paid search, I can find the data about that patient record. I can actually click into it and go and interact with it, but you can also see the information around it. So how much revenue, but also the UTM parameters around it and the GCLID. So you can really interrogate the data a lot more, especially if you're running with an analytical marketing agency. They can kind of dig down into which type of ads are actually converting, not just necessarily which ad is converting. So that's really important. And that then all the way through to the point where they convert, you're getting all that revenue. Now, staying on the marketing, we're just going to go back quickly into our marketing suite earlier. And I just want to talk through some kind of things that we've recognized and the team have recognized. We've had a few customers who have just launched huge campaigns for WhatsApp and email and just broadcasted to 10, 20, 30,000 people the same message. Now, the whole point, the reason why we built this marketing suite was so that we can target audience in a better, more effective way. So within Boxy, there's two ways of doing this. As I said, I kind of touched on this earlier. Where we should be really working is that targeting anyone that's inside the system that hasn't converted yet, that's mentioned something. For example, like I did earlier, we said anyone in the last 90 days, anyone that's someone that came in from Invisalign but didn't book, as an example. But maybe you're sending out a whitening campaign and you just want to target anyone, regardless of what stage they're in, that's mentioned whitening throughout their journey. So I'm just going to clear those filters. We're just going to say, we're going to use the filter down here. We can choose this by lead status, milestone, anything really. And we're going to choose anyone that's just mentioned the term teeth whitening. We're going to apply it. Oh, so we're just going to put the qualified leads, lead creation date, all time, and box and stage. We can select all stages and all boxes. And that's going to give us our 9 contacts. Hopefully you've got more than 9 contacts that have got whitening. And you're going to send that message out to those people. They are targeted because they are interested in it. And this is the same thing if you're extracting data from Exact, SOE, SFD, Dentally, CareStack. When you bring them in, don't bring your whole database in. Target the ones that may be interested. For example, I'm not a dentist, so if this doesn't make sense, I apologize. But anyone that's had an extraction in the last 3 years that's over the age of 50 that hasn't had an implant, drop them an implant promotion via Boxy. And that segment of data is targeted at people who are actually going to open it. Now, what we've seen, I'm just going to stop sharing my screen because I can't actually see anyone. What we've seen is that we're sending a load of information out to people that aren't actually interested in it. They'll then put that into spam or they'll delete it. And when you actually go and target them something they're actually interested in, they've blacklisted you or they've deleted your email previously, and they're not going to see your promotion that actually resonates with them. So be a lot more targeted with your marketing. Abs, anything?
Same with the WhatsApp as well. Like if you are sending a lot of WhatsApp and a lot of people are marking you as spam because you haven't done the targeting properly, your number will get blocked. So this is one thing that you need to remember. The hyper targeting needs to be done based on the requirements that people have asked for or the treatments that they were interested in.
Absolutely. We have only got 5 minutes. So if you have got any questions, please drop them down in the chat. I think one of the most important things, managing leads, I'm going to try and get into because it is really important. We do see that leads still aren't managed in the right way. I'm going to give you a little little snippet of a little hint of what we've seen working very, very well in the industry. If you're currently using WhatsApp, which WhatsApp does have an over 65% response rate compared to 14% with email and 4% with SMS, rely on WhatsApp. But if you're going to be sending a WhatsApp, send it with some content, some context, not just a, hi, would you like to chat with us on WhatsApp? Send them something they're going to be able to watch, something, maybe a patient testimonial, maybe it's a video from you as the owner or the dentist or the Invisalign or the implantologist. something that's actually valuable, and target it at the right people. Now, when that lead comes in, the first 24 hours are the most important. In fact, the first probably 24 minutes are more important. But in that 24 hours, we suggest that you send maybe one or two, more than one, maybe 2 or 3 WhatsApps. Now, this seems a little bit over the top, but at the point of a patient, we've all done it. I'm just going to say that this is how my buying habit. I'll be interested in something stupid like a robot vacuum, which I actually bought, and I need to buy another one because they're brilliant. If you haven't got one, they're brilliant. I'm interested at that point. As soon as I put that in my basket and I have a think about it, I'm like, do I need to spend that kind of money? I should be buying the kids something, and I forget about it. If I transact at that point, I've got no back. There's no going back. This is what patients want to do. They want to transact at the point that they're most motivated, which is the point where they inquire. They're only inquiring because they can't book or they've got questions. So give them the information on an automation, but entice them when you do. So if you send out a WhatsApp with a nice video from someone, welcome them to the practice and answer the key questions, which is what the pricing looks like, what the consultation process looks like, and what the time frame looks like, you're probably going to get answered their questions. Secondly, send them something else a couple of hours later, because if they reply, it comes into Boxy. Don't worry about it. We won't send the other one out. If they haven't replied or haven't booked, send them something else out in a couple of hours or 3 hours with maybe the TCO video showing and the TCO talking about what the consultation process looks like. And then maybe send a patient testimonial a couple of hours later. We're seeing a massive conversion when people and patients get the information they need at the time that they want to convert. So if you want just a little bit of advice, utilize and leverage WhatsApp in the first 24 hours if you can.
You will be able to create all these templates from within Boxly now if you are on our Pro plan, and it's really simple and easy, and you can set all these things up like in a matter of 5 minutes.
Absolutely. Okay, 3 minutes. I'm sorry. Let's quickly go through the reporting in the next couple of minutes. Just an overview. We probably will have to go into a bit more detail at another point. So we have had some feedback on the reports that not everyone's 100% sure on how to get the right data. So I'm just going to quickly give you an overview. So if you look at all the data, the milestone figures are probably the most important. Now, the milestone figures are associated with the milestones inside your pipeline. So if you haven't done this yet, link your milestones. If I click link milestones, that will bring up all of your treatment boxes and pipelines and associate each relevant stage with a milestone that you want to track, i.e. consultations, no shows, treatment plan sent, and treatment generated or one treatment. If you link those milestones at the top that you want to track to the stages inside your pipelines, that will allow you to then track as a whole business your conversion between different stages of your patient journey, from lead to consultation to treatment 1. Now, this looks a bit weird because it's got kind of an inverted U. Don't worry about that. The reason why this is looking like that is because as an activity or cohort view, a lead will hit most of these pipeline stages or these milestones. So for all 63 of these that have won, they would have all had to have gone through the consultation. That's why you've got this kind of figure. It won't be all over the place. It should be a kind of, I don't know what the linear view. So this is what it should do. Each patient should track through each stage, not necessarily the no-shows or treatment plans sent, but the conversion stages should work linear like that. And you'll get the conversions at the bottom. So which milestones, how many leads, what they progressed, what the percentage conversion is, and what the value is as well. So it's really important that we track that journey. And you can see all of these milestones within each of your different dashboards on the left-hand side, so by source and so forth. So you really need to make sure that you're making sure the milestones are set in the system and that you're tracking them in the right way. There are different views, activity and cohort. I'm going to try and give you an overview of this as much as possible and very simple as possible. Activity is everything that's happened in this time frame. So a lead may have come in 2023 and converted today. If you want to track what's happened in a period of time, let's say in cohort view, we want to track only things that have happened in the last, in the last couple of months. Let's say you want to track, I don't know, since October, what's any leads that have come in since the 1st of October, where are they today? You can see 88 leads have come in. We've had no conversions, but we've had 16 consultations from the 88 leads that came in that period of time. So there's two different views, activity and cohort, that you need to be looking at. Guys, it's 2 o'clock. I'm really sorry that we've kind of gone over it a little bit. I don't know if anyone's got any more questions. We did want to go through over the managing a lead and task automation. I think we're probably going to have to do a separate webinar for that because it is important. We do get a lot of questions about how to manage leads in the most appropriate way. And we'll probably go into the deep dive report. So if everyone wants one, another webinar, we'll probably do something in the Christmas period, maybe just before Christmas, kind of second, third week of December. And we'll just do the webinar purely on best practices in the lead management side of things and tasks and automations. I hope that's okay. I'm so sorry we've run over today. But any questions, please let us know. Thank you for your time today. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're as excited as we are about the new functionality. Abs, you got anything else you want to say?
Yeah, one more thing. Like we have noticed that there has been like a slowness in the platform in the past month or so. We have invested heavily. We have hired 4 people in DevOps, and we are working on the scalability of the platform. These are growing pains. We had a lot of customers sign up recently, which is a good thing. Well done, ads and the sales team. So we will be working on improving the platform and promise that you won't have any downtime. We know how annoying it is when you are trying to do your day-to-day and the system is just like slow. So we have invested heavily, and we promise we will sort that out for you.
Thanks, Abs. Thanks for your help today. Again, everyone, sorry we've run over a little bit and didn't get onto the best practices, but we will do that in the new year, before Christmas. Have a lovely weekend. Any questions as well, please message our support team. I can get back to you as quickly as I can, but I'm never going to get back as quick as the support team. So any request, drop the support@boxy.ai, email a message or the little widget in your dashboard. They will get back to you pretty quick. So yeah,
faster than ads for sure.
Much faster than me and Abs. Have a lovely weekend. Thanks for your time, and speak soon.
Thank you, guys. See you. Bye.